Hi students, today you have got your English first lesson, the enormous turnip. I hope you all got the PDF document for this lesson. So you all should read the lesson on your own. But for today, in this video, I will read out the lesson for you so that what are the things you have to learn from this? You have to learn how I read a sentence. Where do I give a break? Like when there is a full stop, I stop reading and then I go for the next sentence. So you have to go through all these points. So how I read a lesson, how I pronounce the words, and how I start a new sentence. Understood? So in this video, you are going to learn how to read a lesson. So let me start it. Yes, we are back. So your first lesson, the enormous turnip. What is your first lesson? The enormous turnip. So here there is an activity, that is the elephant is the biggest land animal. Think of two things that are bigger than an elephant and draw them in the given space. So this is an activity, you have to do it. So there is an elephant here and you should think of any two things. You should think of any two things that is bigger than an elephant, and you should draw it in these boxes. So now you don't have your textbook with you, so you can do it in your English notebook. You can think of any two things that are bigger than the elephant and you can draw it in your English book. Now moving on to the lesson reading. Yes, so your lesson reading is here. When something is very, very big, we say that it is enormous. Let us read a story about an enormous turnip. Now we are going to read a story about an enormous turnip. Sam's grandfather planted 6 turnip seeds in his garden. Sam's grandfather planted 6 turnip seeds in his garden. He watered the seeds every day. There is a full stop. So I again give a break. Then I start a new sentence. So you have to notice this. Whenever I get a full stop, I stop the sentence there and then I started reading the new sentence. And one more thing, after full stop, the next letter is capital. Okay? Yes, the seeds grew into plants. Sam's grandfather took care of the plants. Full stop. So I stopped. Again, I start a sentence newly. One turnip grew much more bigger, much more than the others. Like one turnip grew much more than the others. It was not just a big turnip. It was not just a big turnip. It was not even a very big turnip. It was, in fact, enormous. Yeah, it was enormous, very, very big. Sam's grandfather tried to pull the turnip out of the ground. He pulled, but he could not pull the turnip out. So he asked Sam's grandmother to help. Sam's grandmother took hold of Sam's grandfather and Sam's grandfather took hold of the turnip. They pulled and pulled, but they could not pull the turnip out. So Sam's grandmother asked Sam's big sister to help. Sam's big sister took hold of Sam's grandmother. Sam's grandmother took hold of Sam's grandfather, and Sam's grandfather took hold of the turnip. They pulled and pulled and pulled, but they could not pull the turnip out. So Sam's big sister asked Sam's big brother to help. She called her big brother to help. You can see in this picture, they are struggling to pull the turnip. Sam's big brother took hold of Sam's big sister. Sam's big sister took hold of Sam's grandmother. Sam's grandmother took hold of Sam's grandfather, and Sam's grandfather took hold of the turnip. They pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled. The turnip obbled, but they could not pull it out. So they called Sam to help. "All right," said Sam, "I'm coming." Then together they pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled. Pop! Out came the turnip. Finally the turnip came out. Sam's grandfather was very pleased. He made some delicious turnip soup for them all. So this is your story. So now I have read out a story for you. This is a lesson reading. So I have read a lesson, The Enormous Turnip, a lesson for you. And in the next class, in the next video, you will get an explanation part for this lesson. So all of you go through your PDF document and also the video, so that first go through the video so that you can learn how to read the lesson with correct pronunciation. Then you can read the PDF document on your own. Okay, children? So I think you all understood how to read a lesson. So you can listen to this video twice or thrice, as many times as you wish. And in the next video, you will get the explanation part for this beautiful and interesting lesson. Okay? For now, bye. Thank you.